Magical Merchant is the best card deck right now.
So good. Okay, let's get 3 merchants.
Yeah, I need a proper
It just mills everything in the deck, so you fill your grave with lights, and then you just spam out light rays. 2 Cephalons, probably like the biggest beater in this game. You can just summon this and attack for 4k, and if you got 2, then you get 8. If one of them's in the grave, if you mill it with Merchant, then you win. Judgment Dragon sets up the OTK because you nuke the field, and then your light ray monsters are free to attack whenever they want.
Sick turns.
Your gift reads, mainly they're just for a beater, but you can control the game with this because you do play warriors, so you can negate all their spells and just sit on this as a kind of floater until you have the OTK. These bounce all the back row back in case you don't have JD to like nuke, you can just bounce stuff back and then attack. And then your 3 Daedalus, again it's pretty much just there to be a beater, but if they actually do play field spells like Ravines and Spellbook Towers, it becomes so much better. It's really good. So now move on to Lightsworns. You got your 3 Luminers, gets all your pieces that you have in your grave whenever you need them. Like you can get to your Lilas if you need to pop stuff, get into your Erin if you need to bounce stuff. 3 Wolves because it's a bruiser and it helps you get out rank 4s really easy. And Magical Merchant can summon a lot of them. 2 Lilas. Maybe the Lightsworns are just here to mill, but you can use these to get rid of back row. Your 1-ofs, here's your warriors. This is what you use to control the game with Gearfried. This lets you draw cards, and these are pretty much here just to be warriors and names for Judgment Dragon. Your Raiko, your Arcus, and your Celestia, they're just pretty much names for Judgment Dragon. I don't really have much use for them, to be honest. Card Troopers, it's really good because it pays for itself. You get to mill, and like if they destroy it, you get to draw another card, so it pays for itself when you use it. It's really nice. And 2 Effect Veilers, pretty much because it's light and it's just more lights engraved, it can negate stuff because this deck really doesn't have any defense against anything. And then your only spells are Solar Recharge to fuel your graveyard and draw into your pieces, and Monster Reincarnation. So
No, 6 7 is too slow.
if you add this back to your hand with Merchant, the amount of stuff that you've milled, you could probably add back a Judgment Dragon or a Cephalon and just go off from there. Some people will prefer Beckoning, but I think Beckoning is a lot more slow because you have to set the Merchant, and then if it was Beckoning, you then have to set that and wait another turn, whereas this you could go off the turn Merchant is flipped up, which is a lot better. So that's main. Extra, don't really use it very much, it's not even in order really.
Laval Chain.
But Laval Chain, main use, put Lightsworns in the grave for Judgment Dragon if I haven't got them already, or put the 2nd Cephalon in the grave so when I summon the first I can special summon it for 8k.
Nice.
Emerald, if I'm running low on cards in deck, just refuel my deck. Maestroke, just like generic rank 4, really good. Paladynamo, it's just Paladynamo. Like, all of these are pretty much like irrelevant. Threes. This card is the nuts. Like, if I can make this and summon Judgment Dragon, it means that I'm definitely going to get my Judgment Dragon effect off. It's really good. And then for Synchros, which I never really use, Stardust, Scrap, Black Rose, Armades, and Catasta. The 8s are actually kind of easy to go into with Effect Veiler and and the Light Ray monsters. They're really easy to go into.
Would you play Crimson Blade if you have one?
I do have Crimson Blade, I'm just lending it out to someone.
Oh yeah.
I never really use it. So side, the deck loses to a lot of things really easily. So Thunder King for the Prophecy matchup. This is for against probably the hardest matchup, which is Evil Swarm.
Can you explain what it does?
So pretty much when your opponent normal summons a monster, you can special summon it to their side of the field. And if you control Flying Sea, you can't Xyz summon. So pretty much when they summon Catasta, because the second summon from Katasa is a normal summon, you can summon this, and because Evil Swarm don't usually play tuners, they don't really have a way to get rid of the Flying Sea off their field. They can't synchro with it, and they don't really have 3s that they can overlay with. They're mainly level 4s. So this just like buys me time so they don't summon their Ophion, and the only way that they get rid of it is if I destroy it myself with card effects and stuff. So this card really helps against Evil Swarm, and it helps me buy time so that I can get my big monsters out on the field before they get Ophion. 2 MSTs. I don't really care about back row very much. Like they can have all the dark holes and all the torrentials they want. I'm just going to keep summoning boss monsters and attacking them bit by bit. It is a variation on Lightraysworn, so banishing cards is a really big issue. So Imperial Iron Wall, not only does it defend me, but it stops other decks going off, like dragons and Prophecy, anything like that. Again, for the Evil Swarm matchup, Breakthrough Scale really helps get over Ophion, because I can Breakthrough Scale, summon out my Judgment Dragon, and get over the Ophion.
17.
Again, for the Prophecy matchup, anti-spell. I also put this in against Fire Fist. It's kind of cool. They get kind of annoyed when they can't tank it. Soul Drain against Mermail, Dark Worlds, etc. And Trapstone. This card's just really good because, you know, if they do have back row, I can just Trapstone, bam, everything comes out.
Thanks for the profile.
Yeah.